Hey everyone, and I'm back. Today's match will be against DoubleOJax up here in the upper left-hand corner, and I'll be the blue Protoss in the lower left-hand corner. Anyways, you guys probably noticed that I was gone for quite some time now. The last video I posted was about sorry about that. About a month ago. Was actually from Pop Expo. But yeah, since then I haven't really been doing that much streaming or too much for that matter. Yeah, I've been playing some Hearthstone and some other stuff here and there, but haven't really been playing too much StarCraft or any other type of games. Eventually, you might see me doing some Hearthstone because Battle Royale is coming up in February, and this time because it was a Steam sale and due to my new job and such, I may be participating again this year, but the difference is that this year I'll definitely be doing a giveaway because I know last year didn't do too well because of streaming issues and the fact that not many of my buddies showed up, so we couldn't do that much streaming. So yeah, and yeah, the lack of friends showing up caused a bit of a ripple effect because doing a 24-hour stream solo is fairly difficult, considering that I was anticipating more people to join in and give me some downtime to go to the washroom and such. And yeah, unfortunately that didn't happen. Anyways, what to say? Pretty standard open for both of us. I do have my my gateway and my pylon behind my mineral line. Just purely have tactical. Well, not really sure what to call it. I do miss. It does seem like I do miss the scouting here. Not sure quite sure what happened here. Went in, didn't see that much, and I guess I left and to go scout the second location. And this our scout does come in and does get me find everything that I have built, and even goes behind my mineral line to scout my rear gateway to which unfortunately doesn't work in this match because I know a few other players usually only takes a first look at this initial setup and think I'm some sort of noob. Anyways, due to that, I do get the Zealot up at my gate here, just to thinking that there might be an early rush, considering that usual more standard build would usually have them build this closer up to their ramp and cause them to rush, they would usually rush. But as you can see, he is turtling pretty hard here. And I do put up the mineral line, having scouted this upper right-hand corner, and thinking that the due to what's it called, the damn brain fart, due to the fact that I don't think that they're up here. I thought the process of elimination would cause them to be here, but realizing this, obviously I have no idea what's happening. So, and what's this? He is building another command center right above my base, which is highly peculiar. Anyways, I don't seem to be paying attention to my scout at the moment, as I am currently reinforcing my current base, as I did save up quite a bit of minerals up here, as you can see. And, unit loss, production, I do seem to have the slight edge, as he doesn't seem to have that much units in the process, and no upgrades. And let's see. Yes, at this point I do seem to have the early lead, and the smart thing would have been to do a poke. But as you can see, I do realize that he's no longer there in that corner, so of course I go back and it seems like I'm going back to double check. Now he does lift off this one command center and tries to do my natural, but fortunately for me, I managed to get my early expansion, thinking that he is doing some sort of weird tactic where they lift off and do the go into the corner, thinking that they are AFK. And for some odd reason, he thinks it's a good idea to land his command center right there. But I do see it in the nick of time and do get my stalkers out. Because as my warp prisms are now in fully upgraded. And he is now in the process of attempting to build his expansion. But having that there, I instantly deny him. And having my warp prisms up, I think I have the... Obviously, I have an advantage right now. And I go off to do finally go off to do my poke. Just in the nick of time, as he does have the 4 Marines up here, finally attacking. And I do realize he is now turtling pretty heavily. And I do get the quick defense up at the halfway mark for my pylon over here. And he gets the planetary fortress in the nick of time for to fend off this attack. And does he have any upgrades on the way? Let's see. Yes, he already has the a few upgrades on the way. And as for myself, I have none at the moment. Now, at this point, I think it's going to be an easy win, considering that he is turtling pretty heavily and locked himself in pretty bad. And production on my side, not that much. I do not have any resources, well, upgrades aside from the warp gate upgrade in process at the moment. I am currently saturated for my main. And in the process of producing units for my natural. And all the while trying to force a attack on the command center, attempting to cause some... Ooh, I do realize I does now have the factory up in production, producing siege tanks, which is never a good way to start off against PvT. I should also note that this is a silver versus silver match, so... And I finally do get some 2 upgrades on the way, as it would seem, and yeah, but yeah, this is a 2v silver match, to say the least. Though I have to admit that he may not be the Terran player, because at first glance his portrait was actually of a Protoss unit. And does he start repairing the siege tank? I do get it up to the refinery down to about halfway. Does he repair it? It doesn't seem so at the moment. It decides to play it safe and not waste the minerals, I guess, to do so at the moment. He is coming in for the kill to try to claim his mineral line. And I do get the 3 extra warp gates up here to as a support. And he doesn't seem to be that efficient in repairing his siege tanks at this point, this time. Do I get them all down? Do I get the second one down at least? Yes, I get the second one down. That gives me just enough time to bring out some stalkers to fend off the other one, the last siege tank. And he is coming, puts him in siege mode. I bring him closer to help reduce the amount of damage that he can do. Do I do it again? Please do it again. And I unfortunately don't need to worry too much about that at that point. At the moment, I do seem to be expanding or saturating my natural at this time. I do have 4 stalkers in here, as I do rely heavily on my uh, warping ability from their natural, which I do deny, unfortunately, at this time. I see their stage tank here, and I tried to eliminate it. Do I go behind the mineral line? Yes, I do, but their planetary fortress seems to be pretty good at this time and fending me off. And they do block me in for the to get the last kill there. And it seemed as I'm running low on gas and resources at the moment, I go for the zealots as the. And fortunately for me, it seems that he seemed to have did seem to be paying down quite much attention to that, as the stage tank only got a few shots off in that case. And I do seem to want to oversaturate his base by doing a mass zealot rush. And I do seem to be attempting to attack his command center at the moment, and doing some damage, some light damage to his surrounding buildings. Let's see. So far, I got the 1-1 for the Protoss. I do bring up the Dark Shrine, thinking that I do need some extra support here. And obviously, with their lack of detectors at the moment, I could obviously use them. And at this point, I don't believe I realized that they had a starport here, even though the medevac should have been a sure tip. And I do seem to be going for their engineering bay and their surrounding buildings this time around to help out to give me at least a little bit of time to get into their planetary fortress. And does it work? And some more support units coming in, and well, some more zealots coming in to support and go for the kill here. Does it work? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working out too well for me. I do pull back at this point, realizing that I will not be able to, with all these SCVs here repairing the planetary fortress. I do go up for the 3rd expansion at this point, as I am heavily. I'm out of minerals here. Save maybe 120. They do get some more supply depots to replace the ones that I destroyed, and they do get to barracks up in the back behind the mineral line. And unfortunately, I didn't seem to see this SCV go far off to possibly expand. I'm not sure why he didn't go eastward to the right here to maybe help him out. And it would seem that the Dark Templars did help out quite a bit. At this point, though, I think having them go on as Archons may have helped a little better. And of course, I tried to rush the destruction a little too quickly, as I did try to. I tried to push the destruction a little too quickly there, as I didn't destroy the missile turrets here. So yeah, at the moment I do have a pretty heavy financial lead on him, it would seem. Yeah, even though we're pretty much even, like we both seem to be spending both at a steady rate, even though I do have the expansion. I did have the expansion ahead of him. And I did heavily invest in a lot more of military, obviously, whole units. And at this point, I do end up being pretty frustrated and realizing that this may not be working out too well for me. So as you can see, I am getting the 2 Stargates up, and as well as the obviously I have the Twilight Council here to, with no upgrades, to get the Dark Shrine, obviously. Anyways, I do another poke in hopes that even though the search charge would have been pretty useful here. Do I get it? He seems to be this turtle seems to have worked pretty well this time. Do I get this last building out? Yes, I do. And he does seem to be harassing my natural at the moment, which fortunately I came a little too late to save completely, but I did get some of his units out. I did get some of my probes out, fortunately, and as you can see. And as far as production goes, I got 1 Void Ray in production, and getting my 2-2 up. Do I no weapon air upgrades at the moment underway? And they seem to be turtling somewhat at this point. Ooh, do I get the... I do realize that they're underway. Oh, I do not realize that they're underway, and they... seems to be a little late to be whipping in some units for me to save this 1 pylon. And I am right. I do realize that they're underway, so I get the Zealots out in just a nick of time, just to at least save that 1 pylon. Now I do try to reinforce my units up there in the north to better protect them, but do they make it out? Yes, they do make it through. But yeah, anyways, what else should I mention? Obviously, I get more Void Rays on the way. At this point, I don't think they realize that I do have Void Rays. Also, I should mention that for Battle Royale, I'll be playing StarCraft 2 again, though I'm pretty sure I'll get owned yet again, like I did last year. But yeah, this year I'll be doing 2 giveaways for 2 games that I picked up. 2 extra. I got 2 extra copies of The Killing Floor, and 2 extra copies of a game called Damned, which is a survival horror game. So I'll keep you guys posted on like when the official dates for StarCraft 2 is. I mean, Battle Royale is, so I can give you the official timings and such. But if it's anything like last year, it should be the last weekend of February, I believe. They initially had this in what's it called, part of daylight savings time, so I can do it. So we did 25-hour LAN party, but due to scheduling and such, I did not. I did not. Unfortunately, due to their scheduling issues, they didn't do it this year or last year. Anyways, they do see that I have 2 Void Rays at that point. Pretty safe to assume that they, considering that they got attacked by the Reapers, but I'm pretty sure they know. And it does seem that they do have the 3rd expansion up and running at this point to aid in, helping that. poke to try to lure me in. Does it work? Ah! I do lose quite a few units there. As I didn't know that they had their, the two stage tanks there. Now it seems that at this point I don't realize that for the charge to happen, that they nerfed the wood rays actually. So as you can see, I'm actually aiming for the command center, so in hopes that they would eventually charge. And after a couple seconds here, you can kind of realize that they decided to target other things and kind of screwed that up. Even though I initially wanted them to destroy that command center, at least, because it does seem to be a money sink for the Terran player. At this point, I do run a pretty large surplus of minerals, as both my assimilators and gas do seem to be done over here, and I don't start harvesting the other gas in the lower right hand corner here, though I just begin to harvest this one as well. And I don't seem to realize that they did have quite a few of their SCVs move away from their main. Anyways, I just want to point out that there is that I don't even remember what kind of Pokemon that is, but that is pretty interesting, hilarious in my opinion. And also, it would seem that their spending has officially surpassed mine for the first time in this, or first time I've noticed in this game. Anyways, I do get 2 Void Rays out, having my probe attempt to make an expansion here in this fourth expansion, realizing that they had set up base, and obviously at this point I decided to scout out with not realizing at the time that the Void Rays no longer have their charge ability. I tried to attempt to poke. Does it work? It would seem so, as they again seem to have a pretty heavy sink in their they're sinking the planetary fortress over here, completely ignoring the missile turret that they're building. And oh, I see. I realize that I have to, at this point, I have to press the E button to in order to get this. And at this point, I do attempt to go for their SCVs to cut their mineral production down. And I do realize that they do have quite a few another expansion over here. And do I get it? They don't seem to be that aggressive in trying to obtain this expansion to secure this expansion too much until now. But fortunately for me, that quickly changes as they are now attempting to produce Viking, as well as repair the item the command center in question. As for them, it is a pretty again, it is a pretty heavy sink for them. And I don't seem to be able to get it, not quite yet, unfortunately. And I do see that Viking and attempt to destroy it as I should. And I do get the one upgrade. And at this point I give up on life and decide just to sit there and snipe out the Marines as they some of the SCVs, as the kind of production mineral production is a high priority. I don't seem to have reinforced them too much, though I do have realized clue into the Void Ray issue and managed to get some Tempests out. And as far as upgrades go, I seem to have maxed out my ground unit's attack. And they're attempting to make a quick harass of my little mini base here up in their natural expansion, but little did they know I had Void Rays en route, which fortunately gets a few of them out of the way. And as well as their Marines. Do pull ahead with that as I warp in more, realizing that I do have an abundance of minerals and warp in some more zealots. And right now it's really neck and neck with our spending. I do get a little noticing that I'm about to cap. I do get quite a few pylons up, and yeah, I decided, due to the fact that I officially ran out of minerals, I decided to officially get my 4th expansion up, and and what's this? They signal that they're all out of minerals at their main base. Do I get the units out in time to attack them? No, I do not. Do pretty decent harass over here, just to be like, yeah, I saw you, bro. Anyways, this game is going extremely long in my opinion, and yeah. I'm not too sure what's happening, even though I am getting pretty favored in this match in my opinion. Ooh, I do get another one of their siege tanks down. At this point I am honestly thinking about attacking, as at the moment I am running out of minerals and there's quite a wait for I do start harvesting this my 4th, and it seems that I finally decided going for the attack, and I do seem to have charge on these, have done the charge upgrade. This base finally falls as I finally have enough units and do the recombination. And yeah. Does he save it? No, he does not. Tries to go away and he doesn't quite manage to get it. Now, at this point, I'm thinking that he may have expanded to the east without me noticing, so I do a loop around, a bit of a loop around here, as you can see, which is pretty hilarious, actually, which would have been like a smart thing to do, and they just barely missed my proxy pylon here as they're building to the south now. But yeah, realizing that they're not here, I make my way and decide to go south eventually. At this point, I realize I pretty much have the game into the bag. as he is now operating under 3 expansions. None of them really maxed out at the moment. This one's sort of saturated, but not to the full extent, and they do seem to be researching their banshees. Do they have... Oh, and they do have Cloak, which could spell some very bad news if I don't decide to strike at the right time. Though I do seem to have accumulated quite a few units, and yeah, not quite sure if I decide to wait on this last Tempest. But I do, however, wait on those. Ooh, and we move at approximately the same time. Is it in time? I decided to go straight for my what's it called, my dark shrine, and a few of my pylons, but it seems to be a little too late, as I do max out my units I did max out my units earlier, and right now this essentially became a rush to see who can destroy who first. As I do realize this and decide to move in and go for the kill. And having realized that the Banshee they can no longer harass my natural line main, they decide to run on off. And that's game.